Hey everyone, this is Coach Dave, and today I want to let you in on a little secret, and that is, it's not hard to get and stay fit. It's not about how hard you work or how much you deprive yourself. Really what it comes down to is boundaries. So let me explain to you. When you were a kid, you would have to do your chores, let's say, before dinner. Or let's say if you wanted to go outside, you had to make sure that your homework was done, before you could go play. Or how about this one? When you were at dinner, you had to finish your vegetables before you could have dessert. I remember I would always plug my nose and, just try to get through the green beans. I hated them. Not so much anymore. But there were boundaries. There were consequences to your actions, and your parents set those for you. Now, as an adult, you're the one who sets those boundaries. You're the one that self-imposes what you do and what you do not do. And unfortunately, what it's come down to is that as adults, we don't set enough boundaries for us when it comes to fitness. You see, you eat when you want to eat. You make every excuse not to work out. And let me tell you, I've been doing this for a long time, and I've heard almost all of them. Especially one that, a client of mine told me that in her dream that she thought that I told her that the session was canceled. But anyway, that's another one. But if you have a good one, let me know. I'd like to know it. But my point also is this. You also, you eat whenever you want to eat, okay? There's no self-imposed boundaries put upon you. Now, you don't have to look at this as a bad thing. Look at it as a self-empowerment. I mean, we live in a very chaotic world, and we need to have those boundaries, especially when it comes to health and fitness around us. All right? So here's what I want you to think of. There's 3 boundaries, fitness boundaries, that I'm going to talk to you about. The first one is what you eat. Fitness boundary number 1 is what you eat. If I was to ask you if you could tell me whether or not it was a healthy or non-healthy food, you would easily be able to tell me that food is not healthy, okay? So you have to start choosing healthier options, whole foods, fruits, vegetables, grains, okay? So fitness boundary number 1, what you eat. Number 2 is how you exercise, okay? As I mentioned, there's every excuse in the book not to do it. Now, what I want you to think about is what type of exercises can you do that's going to get your heart rate up, that's going to get some intensity to it, okay? You want to find exercises that are challenging, but also fun, and mix it up. It doesn't always have to be the same thing. And actually, it's even better for you if you don't do the same thing over and over, if you change up your routine. All right, so fitness boundary number 2 is going to be how you exercise. And then number 3 is when you indulge. Right now, if you were to be perfectly honest with me, you probably don't have any barriers around when you're indulging. And that's just become just a norm in our society is that, we're always indulging. We're always eating for pleasure, okay? So I want you to think about, certain times. And I'm going to be the first one to tell you that you should enjoy life. I mean, I like to eat. There's no secret about that. You can ask my wife. I enjoy it. I enjoy going out to a Mexican restaurant or to Italian food. I enjoy a glass of wine. So I'm not saying that you need to deprive yourself. What I'm saying is that have that time period when you indulge and then when you don't indulge, all right? So that's fitness boundary number 3 is when you indulge. So let's go ahead and put this into a little bit of an action plan for you so that you can take this right away and, get out there and start putting these boundaries into place. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to think about and plan what you're going to eat. I think there was some sort of statistic I heard a while back that I don't know if it's like 75%, it's probably even higher than that now, of people don't know what they're going to eat at 5 o'clock p.m. on a weekday. And you have to plan out what you're going to eat. Now, I'm not saying you can't be spontaneous and say, you know what, hey, we're no longer going to do that. But every week on Sunday, we essentially try to plan out what we're going to eat for the week, you know, and then we also plan in those days. Okay, we know, hey, we've got sports and we've got this event. So, hey, we're going to go eat out or whatever this day. Now, Friday, we're going to eat at home. So plan that out, okay? Then the next thing to do is exercise, you know, schedule your exercise. And this is important because let me tell you, if you don't, you are not going to do it, because I prefer to try to get it done first thing in the morning. You know, and it doesn't necessarily have to be exactly when you wake up, but if you can get it done in the morning, that's better, because listen, as the day goes on, you're going to make more and more excuses, but you've got to plan it. You've got to sit there and say, hey, I want to get 3 to 5 times a week of some sort of exercise into my daily routine, and plan it. So if it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then maybe Saturday and Sunday are the 2 biggest days that you can do it. Put those down. Then figure out 2 to 3 other times during the week, okay? And then when you indulge, schedule in a cheat day. Now, I used to say, you know, make one cheat day, you know, on a Friday or Saturday. A good thing to do is, if you're having some issues with it right now, is try to go every 10 days before you really have a cheat day, to get you to accelerate some of that weight loss and that fat loss that you're looking for. So those are the 3 action item steps to take right away that can help you and get you going, you know, on your journey to being fit and losing weight. Now, I'd also like to just take the opportunity to have you work with me if that's something you want to do. We've got about 12 weeks left in the year when this video was shot, but to be honest with you, I'm reading this new book that's called 12-Week Year, and I'm starting to plan out 12 weeks throughout the year, and making that as part of my goal setting. So every 12 weeks you can start a new year. I'm not going to get into that. We'll talk about that another time. But I'm looking for anybody who wants to, in the next 12 weeks, you know, not wait until January 1st to change their life and change their fitness habits, but starting, you know, now, getting it done. Just private message me, leave me a comment saying, hey, you know, I'm interested, and I'll get on the phone with you and talk to you and see if, you know, my program is something that's going to work for you. So anyway, with that, I want you to go out and make it a great day. Start creating fitness boundaries. This is Coach Dave signing off.